Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory towards due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who taught us the truth. Today's lesson will be entitled, Good Things Come to Those Who Wait. Good things come to those who wait. And as it says right here, I'm just going to get straight into it. You see right here, it says, good things come to those who wait. The reward is worth the wait. And, you know, the reward that we're seeking for, the reward that we're expecting, that we're longing for, you know, chasing after is the kingdom of heaven, salvation. Before we get that reminds me of the scripture, what in Romans 8. Not Romans, but there's another one. But we'll get Romans 8 and 16. Not 16, but 18. Romans 8 and verse 18. And it reads, we'll get verse 17, because this is also the reward that, you know, we're waiting for. Because what it say, good things come to those who wait. The reward is worth the wait. This is that reward. Romans 8 and verse 17. And if children, then heirs. And I believe when you go into that word children right here, yeah, it goes into G5043, going into a male child, a son. So right here, Yahweh or so like Apostle Paul is speaking to, you know, the sons, the men, and saying that the men, the sons, and he's going to go on to say, and if sons, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with the Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. So that's our reward we're seeking for, to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of heaven, because we know, as we read in Psalm 2, and verse 8. I'll start at verse 7, Psalm 2 and 7. I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And this world is Yahweh Shai's. The heathen are Yahweh Shai's. And what does it say in Romans 8? That we are joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. And what does it say? If so be that we suffer with him. Verse 9, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And this is the reward that we want. We want to see the downfall of our enemies. That's what it also says in Ecclesiasticus. It's like, bear with me. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And this is what we want to see. We want to see the downfall of this wicked kingdom, the downfall of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, you know, predominantly speaking. It says again, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. That's reward, man. To see the, I believe that's another script. Let's see if it goes how I think it goes. I believe it goes. To see the reward of the wicked. Let's see what Psalm 91 and verse 8 says. Psalm 91 and 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Now let's go into that word reward real quick. H8011 Shalama, and it goes into reward, requital, retribution, recompense. Right here it says recompense, man. Shalama. Shalama. Let's see what that word requital means. We know what retribution means, but we're still going to get that one as well. Requital. It says to make appropriate return for a service, a favor, or wrongdoing. So we're waiting for Yahweh Shem Yashai to bring judgment, to bring retribution, to bring the downfall of our enemy, of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, so-called white man, as well as the rest of our enemies. This is what we want to see, the reward of the wicked. We want to see the retribution of our enemies. And this is what we're patiently waiting for. Look up the word retribution, punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. And that's exactly what Esau, Edom, so-called white man, as well as the other heathen nations, but starting with Esau, and mainly Esau, has done to the nation Israel. They have wronged the apple of the Most High. They wronged the Israelites, and they continue to wrong us and forward the affliction and cause us harm and do more than they ought to this very day. We should have been back in our land, man, but they didn't, suffer our dead bodies to be put to rest. Y'all the Israelites. Here's y'all land back. We put you on, slavery, captivity, but, here's y'all land back, the laws, y'all the true Israelites. No, they continue to inflict damage upon us to this very day. So retribution has to come. Punishment has to come. Righteous judgment, indignation has to come. And this is what we're waiting to see, man. Good things come to those who wait, and this is a good thing. Retribution upon our enemies is a great thing, man, that we're waiting for. That we are waiting for. Like, let's get this real quick. And Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30, verse 16. And it reads, it's like, bear with me. Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And this is what we're waiting for, man, to see our enemies devoured, to see our enemies preyed upon, to see our enemies go into captivity. This is what we're waiting on, man. That reminds me of the other scripture, in Revelation 13, 9, and 10. Now, listen to this right here, especially the end of verse 10. Verse 9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. The Israelites was led into captivity. So what? So our enemies, starting with Esau, Edom, so-called white man, has to go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Was not tens of millions of Native Americans who are also Israelites slaughtered by the sword? Who did that? So-called white man. So what? They got to be killed with the sword. They got to go into captivity, man. And what does it say after that? Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. In the NLT, the end of verse 10, it says, this means, let me highlight it. This means that God's holy people must endure persecution patiently and remain faithful. So we got to be patient. Good things come to those who wait. We got to continue to be patient. Let's get that word patience. Got to continue to be patient and suffer, man. Again, bringing it back full circle to that Romans 8:16. If so be that they suffer with him. And we're going to get that word suffer as well. What I say on that word patience.
Strong's G 5281. Hupamane. Hupamane.
It says steadfastness. It says endurance. It says in the New Testament, the characteristics of a man who has not swerved from his deliberate purpose and his loyalty to faith and piety by even the greatest trials and sufferings. Man, that's powerful. 1A. Let me highlight it for you in case you wasn't reading or didn't know where I was reading. In the New Testament, the characteristic, this is what that word patience goes into, as it says. in the New Testament the characteristic of a man who is not swerved from his deliberate purpose. What is our purpose? To serve Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. That is our purpose. That is what it says in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What's the conclusion of the whole matter? As it continued on, fear the Most High and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. We're not being swerved by what? We're not being swerved by our purpose. And what does it say? And His loyalty to faith. We're waiting patiently, man. And the word patience also goes into endure. Right here when it says patient, enduring, continuance, patience. It says, and His loyalty to faith and piety by even the greatest trials and suffering. So no matter what we go through, no matter how great the circumstances that we may be put through are, we're not swerved and thrown off track. We continue to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We continue to keep the commandments to the best of our ability and to follow the Lamb whithersoever He goeth. No matter what is set in front of us, man, we're waiting patiently because we know that that good things come to those who wait. And if you don't wait, you're not going to receive that good thing. And what does it say? What good thing? Matthew 19, what good thing shall I do that I shall inherit everlasting life? And He told him, keep the commandments. You know, He named a couple commandments. He named a few commandments. You know, that's what we got to do, man. Keep the commandments, serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and faith. You got to have faith, man. That's what James said. James said, faith without works is dead. You can't keep the commandments and then not have faith. You can't have faith and not have works. You can't have faith and not keep the commandments to the best of your ability. We can't keep the commandments perfectly here, man. I ain't saying to keep all 613 commandments perfectly because we can't. I'm saying keep them to the best of your ability, as well as other works, praying, fasting, studying, reading. That's what it says. Give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Study to show thyself approved. And what else? Being brotherly, fellowshipping, giving tithes, giving alms, helping your brother out, being brotherly. That's what we got to do, man. That is what we got to do. Good things come to those who wait, even in the midst of the greatest trials of your life. And it also says B3, perseverance. The word perseverance. Persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So no matter what we go through, man, we got to wait because we know that good thing is going to come upon us at the end. I was going to we'll go back to that Romans real quick. Romans 8 and verse 16. We'll get that word 17. So we'll get that word suffer. Romans 8 and 17. And if sons, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with Him, that we may be also glorified together. See that word suffer?
Strong's G 4841. Sumpascho.
It says to suffer or feel pain together, to suffer evils, troubles, persecutions in the like manner with another. So we got to suffer, evils, troubles, persecutions. We got to feel the pain just as Yahushua felt it, man. That's what it says in John 15 and 20. The servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted you, they shall persecute. They persecuted me, they shall persecute you. So we're going to go through that same thing. Yahushua went, not the exact same thing, but we're going to go through, trials and tribulations to try us, to test us, and to what? To refine us and grow us and to mature us, to bring us through that fire, that furnace of adversity. Verse 18, Romans 8 and 18, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So what? Good things come to those who wait. Even if you're going through sufferings, persecutions, trials, tribulations, it doesn't compare to that good thing, that great thing, that perfect thing that is going to be revealed in us when Yahweh Shem Yahshai returns, when we are saved from this ungodly, wretched place. This is what we're waiting on. Micah 7:9. Micah 7 and verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh. Let's get that word bear real quick. I will bear. Not bear, but bear. H5375. Na sha'ah. It says to lift, to bear up, to carry, to take, to endure. Let's see. To bear continuously, to endure continuously. Let's get it in the it's like I was just looking through these. Let's look it up in the Google. Not an actual bear. Ignore that. It says verse 1 and then the second one. It won't let me highlight it. It says take responsibility for him. We're taking responsibility for our actions. It says number 2, endure an ordeal or difficulty. Next one, manage to tolerate. Got to tolerate it. A situation or experience. Let's see what else. Bear the burden of phrases. It's like, yeah. Thought there was something else. Well, that's really what it said, to bear, to endure an ordeal or difficulty. That's what we got to do. Right here, it says number 7, endure, tolerate, put up with, stand, suffer, experience, undergo. That's what we got to do. But we got to deal with it, man. We got to deal with it. Because what? Why do we got to deal with it? Why do we got to deal? Why do we got to bear the indignation of the Lord? Why do we got to endure it? Why do we got to wait? I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh because I have sinned against him. We went off. We transgressed. So what? We got to wait until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. That's that good thing. If we wait, we endure, we bear it, we tolerate it, we undergo it, we remain patient through it all. Lord is going to what? Plead our cause and execute judgment for us. And then what's going to happen as well? That good thing as well. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And we want to be brought forth to the light, man. We don't want to stay in darkness. We don't want to stay here in this wicked, ungodly society, in this wretched place. We want to be brought forth to the light, to the kingdom. We want to receive that new body, that good thing, man. Full of all good things. That reminds me now of this Revelation, not Revelation, but 2nd Ezra 7. 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. Good things come to those who wait. We want to receive of that city set upon a broad field that is full of all good things. But what? We got to wait. We got to go through what? Right, verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow. So in order to get these good things, in order to enter into this city, we got to go through that entrance. And it's going to tell you what that entrance is like. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So in order to get to these good things, we got to go through that straight and narrow path, as it also says in Matthew 7. We got to go through it, man. If you want to enter into rest, receive that immortality, to see the downfall of our enemies, to be saved or martyred. It's better to be martyred than to continue on in this society as is. It's a beautiful thing to be martyred, man. To die for this truth, it's a beautiful thing. So no matter, as long as we are serving the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua in spirit and in truth, in sincerity and in truth, and enduring unto the end, the Lord is going to see that and reward us, so that we can see the reward of the wicked, the retribution of the wicked, which is what we want to see, man. We want to see, our enemies in chains. And we're waiting for that. You got to wait for it. You got to go through that entrance. And it's going to be dangerous, man. But you got to continue to wait and to persevere and remain patient through it all. We'll end it off right here in verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. This is what we got to go through. We got to go through this. We got to wait. We got to be patient. We got to endure. We got to undergo it. We got to fight. We got to bear it. You want to receive that good thing? I want to receive that good thing, speaking to myself first and foremost. So we got to wait. Wait. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before I end it off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to his due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. And double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.